Hi and welcome back to Kingsclear. So back in February I did a review of the excellent RAPIDO Trains GWR B sets and really impressed, but to be honest with you, with lots of other things going on, these basically went in the box and I haven't done a great deal to them. I can't remember at the time whether I had these or I purchased them there or thereabouts. These are the Model U figures, specifically designed to go into the RAPIDO pack. So in effect you get 20 individuals there, 10 per set, and to be honest with you, they are really good. Unfortunately, I think, to be honest with you, a bit too good, because obviously once they go into the carriage you're not really going to see the detail. And I also got another 3 packs of 10 again from Model U, again really good. And basically these are all the passengers that are going to go into the RAPIDO coaches. So what I'm going to do in this video is hopefully just go through the painting of the figures, which is what I've done over the last couple of videos, putting those in, obviously getting some better shots of the inside of these excellent carriages, and then we'll do some weathering of the carriages as well. Basically they are phenomenal but really clean, and as you know, here at Kingsclear we try to be as realistic as we can. So again, a little bit of weathering, not overdoing it, just a little bit to the roof, obviously the other underframe, subframe, bogies, etc., and hopefully bring these a little bit more to life. So let's get on with the people. With all the Model U individuals now released from the mould and the spruces, as you can see, there's quite a few. Obviously we knew that there was 50, but I don't think you really gain the vision of it until you actually see all of them together. So I don't think I'm going to use all of them, but I've got plenty of carriages here at Kingsclear anyway. So I think what I'll do is I'll just paint every single one of them, and then insert them obviously into the RAPIDO coaches to get that desired level of obviously passengers, and the others will obviously go into the other remaining carriages that I've got. In regards of the actual carriages, as you can see, I've now taken the roofs off. I've had a lot of issues in the past with Hornby roofs and Backman roofs, and I was looking at the detail on this one and I was a bit concerned, but to be honest with you, reading the instructions, there are a few clips which I will show you there. A few clips there, and literally it just came off so easy, really popped off, no issues at all. And just show you a bit of the inside of the actual carriage. So you can see there's obviously a capacitor there with the light strip, the pickup for the obviously the power coming off the track, and that again is obviously repeated on that carriage there. And those pickups are obviously these springs here, which go directly down to the bogies. So just having a quick look at the interior, as you see, it's quite well laid out. Obviously it needs a lot of weathering. I'll put a few packages in, etc. in there, but I'm just looking at the quality of those luggage racks and things like the pictures in there. I showed you that on the last video when I did the RAPIDO GWR B Set review, but actually seeing it now like that, and if I just tip that up there, you get a better view with the light there. There we go, apologies for that. So I think for the level of detail and the amount you can actually see inside, it's a really good representation. And again, as I mentioned before, when you look at the paint that's been applied to those seats actually do look incredibly realistic and not overly plasticky. Now what I do, I think when I've put the passengers in there, I will put a bit of a wash over those seats anyway, just to dull them down a little bit more. But as you can see, really good detail. So yeah, really impressed. Okay, so as I say, so what I'm going to do is obviously put some washes on the interior, get that basically done. Obviously some packages in the guards compartments, and then in effect then that's the carriages are ready to receive the passengers. So also as well within the pack, what they've done. There's a lot of obviously fine detail, which you'll see on most models these days. So you've got vac pipes, the chains that used to link up the carriages together. So that's all quite good. I'm still a bit undecided whether I'm going to keep one end as basically a non-coupled end, if you know what I mean, without any couplings on it, or keep the couplings on both ends. So I'm not too sure at the moment, but I'll make that decision at some point. And also you've got these windows showing open windows. So at the moment within the carriages, they're all closed windows. Some have got the non-smoking signs in there, some have got obviously the first class signs in there, etc. Whereas obviously you've got the ability just to literally pop those out and drop those in. So again, another great feature, something that I've had to do manually for example, the Bachmann ones, where I've actually had to take the window strips out and then cut them down myself. This in effect is ready, so you can just pop out the individual windows that you require to be open and then just drop them in. Makes life so much easier. So after a rather nice holiday and the weekend up at Llangollen with Wharton Road, it's about time to get back to the B Set project that I was working on. So as I say, before I went and since I've been back, I've now completed the painting of all the Model U figures. So there we go. Just give you a bit of an indication of what they look like now. I say it is quite difficult when you're trying to paint them all up so they're quite different and give them a bit of character, but I think I've got there or thereabouts. And as you can see, now it's in focus, the windows are in, so some of the windows that are open just gives that little bit of an extra dimension to it. Now the only, I wouldn't say it's a criticism, the actual carriages are brilliant, but the one thing was there was no tail light for these. So one of the things that I like to do is obviously try to put tail lights on, and I will be putting tail lights on everything as we work our way through. And I thought that it would be quite an easy way of doing it from Rapido, but they didn't seem to do it. So in effect, what I've done is I've actually done that. So I've got a tail light there, which you can see. And in effect, that runs into the back with a resistor. And in effect, a bit Heath Robertson to be honest with you, but that wraps around the spring pickups that come off of obviously the bogies, and then that goes on to in effect the roof, which is here, onto those plates, and it works fine, no problems at all. I was just thinking that something that Rapido could have looked at maybe to give you that opportunity just to plug in, say, a tail light, so you could have had those jacks already there. But to be honest, it was a 5-minute job, so it's something that anybody can really do. Also, as you can see, I've put some bits and pieces within the guard compartment at both ends. So you've got some boxes, some churns and some other things. And also the other thing as well, just move it out of the way, we've got the guard very much looking out the window. Now that looks pretty good obviously when he's in the station, but unfortunately because he's plastic he doesn't move himself back into the carriage, but I can live with that. So yeah, that's the interior now pretty much done. So I'm going to put the roofs back on, and now it's for the spraying, for a bit of weathering, and then we should be there. So with the roofs back on, you can see the lights clearly illuminating the cabins, or the compartments I should say, with obviously all of the individuals in there, and yeah, it looks really quite good. Hopefully the focus is okay there. And as we proceed back towards the rear of the train, you can now see the light there, the tail light, and also as you can see I've put the coupling hook and the various pipes on there as well, because this will be a single direction train. Also, you might not be able to pick it up, but there's some chains there. I won't be connecting those chains obviously, but just to put them on there for reference. So yeah, so it's all come together and it's now time for spraying. With the roof and the underframe now weathered, as you can see, we've still got the masking on the side of the body, and that will stay there until I'm happy with the underframe and the roof, and then I'll give that bit the sides that is, a bit of a dusting over, just to blend in the underframe to the sides of the body coach. In regards of the roof and also the underframe, I've used some of the Citadel products, some of the washers, just to highlight some of those ridges and the air vents on the top. And these have literally only just been done, so they might look a bit dark at the moment, but as they dry, they will obviously blend in. So yeah, quite pleased with where we are at the moment. As I say, this is the first pass. You don't need to overdo it, as I say. Less is generally more, or pretty much always less is more when it comes to weathering. So it's just giving it that weathered look, but not caking it in dirt. And we're finished. So what I did, I just put a little bit of the Citadel Null Oil into all of the grooves around all of the doors, just to really get them to darken down and pop out a little bit, and a little bit around the door handles as well. And then a very, very quick light spray over of the lower half of the both the carriages, as you can see there. So that just blends in the underframe to the body. So I didn't really want to have it too bad, because ultimately these carriages did get washed. So this would be most probably a couple of days maybe, as these might have been out on the regions. So yeah, so that basically concludes the second part of obviously this excellent Rapido B Set video. I think with the additional items of the passengers, and just basically that light weathering on the body, and obviously weathering on the roofs and the underframe, really brings out these excellent models. And now I'll just do a couple of clips of the actual carriages being pulled. And so I just hope you've enjoyed that. Maybe you picked up some tips. If you haven't already subscribed, why not? Please do. Click like, and any comments, please stick into the chat, and I'll get back to you. But thank you very much.